Hello, Team Basecamp. Hey, Coach Tim here with a bonus workout review on Saturday. I know this weekend we're only doing some aerobic endurance with a progressive step up, but I wanted to do a quick review and show you a trick or two to help you think about today and maybe some ways to improve tomorrow. So let's take a look at Dave. Dave, you're doing an awesome job, man. Really, you've turned everything green, yellow, but I can see the little up arrow orange. I could see the little up arrow. So it's great. You're nailing your workouts. You're getting to everything awesomely. So congratulations. All right, let me dig into here. So I'm going to click on the tile. Again, I can see green, the check mark. You're right on. I'm going to dig into analyze, and I'm going to go right to your workout graph. Now remember, the pink line is your power output. The blue squares are what you were targeting. So I can see here, you did your warm-ups, you kind of got rolling. Here's your warm-ups, a little juxtapositioned. And then you kind of got off to a good start. You rolled your nice steady endurance and you picked it up. Now, when I'm looking at this, one of the things you can do, see this little smoothing bar here? Sometimes it could be too up and down, so it's hard to see. You can smooth those lines a little bit, and you can see you made, a couple of watts step up here for the last little bit, which is exactly what we're looking. Remember, the note said you don't have to be perfect, just end a little stronger than you started. Why do we do progressive endurance? Because think about like so many group rides and solo rides, you start hard and you wind down the whole time, right? You end up finishing kind of easy. Now think about any event you're ever going to do. That's counterproductive in general to what you want. You want to be able to finish and finish with some solid effort. So we want to teach your body to start a little slower, but finish a little stronger. We're going to go more into that in week 2, by the way. All right. So here's what I wanted to show you. When we're looking at power, right, I'm going to go ahead and hide the workout in the background. I'm just going to hide that. We know what it was. So when we're looking at power, power is a measurement of an external stress we're placing on the system. In this case, you're the system, human being, right? So if you're doing 86 watts, if you're doing 165 watts, if you're doing 193 watts, that's a measurement of stress. It doesn't give us insight into what's happening inside when we apply that stress. Heart rate, I'm going to show heart rate. Now, heart rate is a strain measurement. When we apply stress, the system, you, right, you go under strain and your heart rate responds. So, power is a stress measurement. How much stress, how much load are you putting on the system? So, it's a leading indicator. And heart rate is a response to that stress within the system, strain. So, the response to the stress is strain, and it's a trailing indicator. In week 2, we're going to work a lot on understanding the relationship of these two and the role that cadence plays in that relationship. But I do want to show you the trick. So we know when I had the workout in the background, Dave did a pretty good job of hitting his workout. But if you look at watts, you could do this for heart rate too, right? The second one up when I hover over is show zones. So if you click on that, now that you have your zones set correctly, watch this little number right down in here. As I can see, the light purple is zone 1, slightly darker 2, darker 3, darker, you get it. And then you have this big sprint zone. Training Peaks uses 2000 watts as the cap for some reason. So it can make that zone look pretty high. But now if you look at it with the zone background, you can see, look, this is zone 2. Dave was riding right at the top of zone 2. And as he started to progress, he actually was rolling some time and tempo. So even though the workout view gives you good compliance view, looking at the zone view can immediately give you the visual connection of how well did you do this workout? Was it conditioned? And you can still look at the workout, you can hide the zones. We can show the workout, and you can actually show the zones and the workout, even though that gets a little color busy. So I'm going to go back and hide that workout. Now, I'm going to hide the zones. If we're looking at power, so I'm sorry, heart rate, I'm going to show heart rate. I'm going to hide power. You can do the same. I'm going to show the zones. Now I can see he stayed in zone 2. He was drifting a little into zone 3 here. So he's having a pretty good day. And he might, we're setting new training zones. He might have under tested a little bit, but let's see what happens next week before we come to that assumption. So one of the things I want you to go do, if you watch this tonight or you watch this Sunday, look at your zone performance, right? It gives you an excellent visual on how stable you were in, I'm going to bring power into that. I'm going to go ahead and hide this zone, the heart rate zones. It'll show you how stable you are at creating power, the stress. Did you apply the right stress to the system when you're in the right zones? And then we'll see if the system's response, did we get the right strain? And we're going to start using these terms over the next really 2 to 3 weeks. Stress and strain. Power is a stress, external measurement. Heart rate is a strain, internal measurement. Awesome job, everybody, for getting to their work this weekend. Talk to you soon.